Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements. Welcome to another episode where today we're going to be analysing the S&P500 followed by the Nasdaq100 and the Dow Jones 30 on this hump day trading session. But let's get started with the S&P 500. We currently find ourselves trading at 4,430. We're trading down ever so slightly, but it's important to understand that, of course, Monday and Tuesday, the markets were pretty much shut. I know on Monday it was a half day, but that was only just to really allow transactions to process. But, there hasn't been too much trading activity over the past two trading sessions. So I think it'll be interesting once the market's open to see which direction the S&P 500 goes. I've been saying on YouTube for the past couple of weeks now that you should definitely try and broaden out your analysis here. If we look on the daily chart, we have approached overbought territory in the past couple of weeks. But if we take this analysis and look at the monthly chart, for example, we have the RSI, which is sitting at 58, which of course offers much more upside here. So yes, we may be overbought on the short run, but I really wouldn't be surprised if we did see this market trade up towards 4,500 within the month of July, and we could potentially even go up towards this February, which sits around 4,550. Moving over to the Nasdaq 100, very similar story. I wouldn't be surprised if we can see a move higher here up towards 15,400. On the daily chart, we have spent most of our time in the overbought territory, but again, if we go to the monthly chart, we are not yet considered to be overbought with an RSI reading of around 61. So, I personally still see more upside potential here, especially as we move into the second half. I've mentioned that, a lot of the hedge funds were wrongly positioned going into this trading year, of course, buying many of the energy names, cyclical stocks, and of course, many of the defensive names. And of course, we've seen this massive rally high here in the tech names. So we have seen some repositioning from a lot of these from a lot of these hedge funds and banks, and of course we've seen lots of money flow back into the parts of the market which has worked really well in the first half, which of course is technology. So I really wouldn't be surprised if we continue to see technology work. It may not be in a vertical line like what we've seen here. It might just be, more of a line like this, more of a flattening line, or we might even have some digestion before we then go up towards those higher levels. So I definitely think that a all-time high is on the cards here for the Nasdaq 100, and I'm sure there's many viewers watching this video today who completely disagree, but that's fine. That's what creates a market. But I'm very optimistic for the tech stocks in the second half of 2023, and I think it's also very important to understand. Just quickly jumping back to the S&P 500, we've now finished up over 10% for the first half of 2023, and historically speaking, when the S&P 500 has finished up over 10%, then 9 times out of 10, the second half of that year has been a positive year, with the average performance in the second half being 12%. So that's very, very bullish for the broader market, of course. And then moving over to a Dow Jones 30, the Dow bounced, of course, very nicely off that 50-day EMA last week. We've moved up towards the swing highs here around 34,500. But what I'm really looking for is a snapback higher above these swing highs where we can go and target, let's say, 35,000. I think 35,000 was last achieved back in December 2022. A break above there, then all of a sudden you really are talking about the all-time highs again. If we just quickly draw this fib chart to those peak to trough lows that we formed from a 2022 move lower, where we, of course, crashed from January all the way down to October. The next fib area sits at around 35,200. So once you break above that 35,000 area-ish, that's when all of a sudden you really are going to try and attempt a move up towards 37,000, which is the all-time high here for the Dow Jones 30. Guys, if you would like to join my free trading signal group, then all you have to do is scan this QR code on your screen. It will take you to my website where you can sign up. It's completely free of charge, and it takes 10 seconds to get involved. This will then grant you access to my free trading signals, as well as my free daily market research that I post every single morning before the markets open to help you navigate through every single trading session. Thank you guys, and please hit that subscribe button.